So our national monuments are for the most part managed by BLM. They are a executive order, generally speaking, by a president that recognizes a certain area for being biologically, ecologically, culturally significant. The California Coastal National Monument, I think, was declared that sign will tell you the actual date, but I want to say it's around 2011. And it's all of our offshore rocks and small islands along the coast of California. And it is a recognition of what critical habitat they are for a variety of marine mammals and birds. So they are now completely off limits to the public unless you have some researching reason with appropriate permits. You're not supposed to be on any of our offshore rocks. You're supposed to keep a wide berth around them. As you guys probably know, they're really, really important for resting for marine mammals, and they're part of the reason we have as many marine mammals as we do in California. They're also really critical for nesting of different seabirds. So that rock, for instance, is a major nesting site for the Brant's cormorant, the sort of flat section of it on the left-hand side. The last time any actual surveys were done, I want to say there was around 46 to 50 Brant cormorants nests on it. We have some other rocks out here that are nesting sites for different kinds of gulls. The pelicans don't nest out here, but they use it a lot for fishing, diving, resting, etc. And then obviously the sea lions just love it. Yeah. And the sea lions are really good climbers, so they tend to prefer the really taller lie. And that's because of, for those of you guys that did not take any zoology, this is a really bad, it's all blurry, but you guys can see from their physiology. So sea lions are not true seals. They're called eared seals. So they have two separate rear limbs that rotate underneath them. So their pelvis can actually rotate under. And then their scapulas, those big, strong bones in the front, have these really strong flippers. Whereas harbor seals and elephant seals have a fused pelvis, so it operates more like a tail than legs. And they have really small bones, so they don't support as much musculature. So, okay. So they're much more dependent on the water to get onto rocks. So at low tide, we'll tend to see harbor seals out on these lower rocks. And then year round, we'll see sea lions on the taller rocks.
And elephant seals, do they have a fused tail?
They do, yeah. So they're also a true seal.
So this is not part of the monument?
It is now.
It is now. The land
Yes.
is here. It
so
is.
We
Okay.
were one of, I wish I could remember the number, a handful of mainland units that were added to the California Coastal National Monument in 2016 by an executive order by Barack Obama. So
is it under threat now with the
no, we were never on the list, I think because they were such small units of land, and they weren't where the politics would push in one direction or another. Right.
Well, that was said delicately.
I'm trying. So the reason that we were initially interested in becoming a monument or being added to the monument was because we thought that there would be additional sources of funding. We need more staff, we need more capital, right? And instead, that hasn't happened. And we are looking at greater pressure on the land because of it. So the minute we delineated that trail was up on every hiking blog in San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara County, like within 24 hours. The minute we became part of the National Monument, suddenly we were on a whole host of other, the internet moves fast, and a whole host of other sites, and then the trail on top of that. So it hasn't become problematic per se yet, but we are, again, really limited on staffing. So for instance, for our public tours, we might see, I don't know, maybe 60 people in a week, and that's a pretty busy week for us. But as public awareness grows, there's greater pressure, not just on our tours, which are almost entirely volunteer staffed, but also just on access. Suddenly people want to hike out here. They want to, always, people just want to drive out here and take some pictures and leave. And I mean, our entrance road isn't adapted to that. That turnoff of Highway 1 is sketchy. There's a bunch of sea lions porpoising out there. So again, thinking long term, that may pose some issues for us. And we've been trying to adapt to that. And one of my big pushes is to make sure that we have insurance here year-round. That's super helpful.
Are those things jumping? Are those seals or dolphins? Oh, they look like sea lions.
Those are sea lions.
Okay.
That's what's called porpoising.
Oh, okay.
And it tends to be behavior. So all the local surfers tell me it's because
Oh, really?
all the biologists tell